Now let's try to look for another flare into this video as a reference to recreate next marker. We have this one. This one has some ghosting here that is interesting. We can try to do it. Starting from this, we will modify everything. We have anamorphic because this is not a right circle, it's compressed. So let's try to use the same. I don't think we have the starburst, so let's deactivate the starburst. I think that we will need to activate some ghosting here. So let's activate ghosts. Let's change the position of the light just to match this one. There we'll have some hexagon and some circle, I suppose. So we can have two generators. So we have shape 1 and shape 2, and so we can choose what we want. I think that circle is okay. Maybe it's too much blurred. We can choose something less blurred like this one. And let's try for hexagon. It's not so much blur. So hexagon blurred. We can change the blur modifying these two. As you can see, we are changing the blur of the hexagon, and we can change the scale from here because they are little hexagons and little circles. We have lots of elements here. There are not so much elements, so we can reduce the number of ghosts and see what happens. Okay, we can change a little the anamorphic aspect because I think we have to make it more like this, and we have to understand which color is this one. I think that it's coming from here. Could it be? Yes, this is the color of the gray part of these elements. So we'll have to try to match this blue, something like this. This is the color of these other elements. Maybe, no, it's not. Maybe some colors you cannot modify them because they comes from other values. But remember that you can change the hue here. That is something more that you can do. If you change the hue, you can completely move on the spectrum, the color of your ghosts. I don't need to do it right now. You can change also the saturation, the brightness, and something like this. This is more blurred. So here we have to choose a more blurred circle. Okay, then I have to modify the ghost line extension because here is the light source and the ghost stops here. We don't go down to the end of the screen. So now we're using all the screen. I want to move this there. And this is the ghost's offset. As you can see, we can modify the offset. I suppose that like this is better. I will reduce a little the scale. Okay, and then we have to concentrate on this point. We will have to modify the color of the streak that is too much blue. It's better to have it brighter. Okay, and close the ghost, goes to the streak. Okay, it stops there. It doesn't go out of the screen. So changing the width, you can change this parameter. Maybe here we have a reflection. Here we have 2. And about this, I think we have to activate the starburst. I can't see if there is a starburst. Let's try to modify, to change and see. Okay, there's no starburst there. The light is white and there is a little red area. Let's change the sunbeams. I don't think we need it. Or we can take it very, very low. And then we will use the sunbeams as if it was a glow, because turning down the complexity and the variations will have something just like a glow of another color. And then we have to change the point light. We can have a little starburst using more blades. Let's take this. Maybe this helps a little. And this could be this flare. What do you think about it? I will save it again. So export as a custom preset. I will call it BAM3. Thank you, and bye-bye to the next video.